Each fighter's hands were bound with knotted rope, which protected the knuckles and added to the impact of the blows. At times, if both fighters agreed, shards of glass were embedded in the hemp, assuring an even bloodier contest. Today, the glass and hemp have been replaced by boxing gloves, but the elbow and knee kicks of this no-holds-barred style of fighting remain, and are banned by the US and other countries.
To begin with, Muay Thai was misunderstood as a rough fisticuff type of physical exercise. Kickboxing grew out of Muay Thai, as I believe, and you can see what sort of, what is the word to use here, misunderstanding that made Muay Thai into kickboxing. The ritualistic aspects were not fully understood.
Muay Thai was fast becoming known to the world as a new kind of boxing, but it started off as a martial art, a form of self-defense that can mean fighting to the death, and its training reflects that. Here the boxer is splashing water in his eyes in an attempt to control the natural inclination to blink.
Before, there were no gloves, there were no weight classes. A ring didn't exist in the sense that it's used now. Training styles were different. For instance, rope skipping or so, which is a very basic daily training of a boxer, didn't exist. On the other hand, they kicked banana trunks. They lifted weights on a string with their teeth. And these are all old-fashioned but very good methods of training, which the modern Muay Thai fighter doesn't use anymore.
Training has changed over the years, but it's still as grueling as ever.
You have to appreciate that although we are a Buddhistic country, we believe in the teachings of Lord Buddha. Surely long before Buddhism came into Thailand, we believed in magic. We believed in ghosts and how to deal with these ghosts and good luck, bad luck, and how to deal or how to make bad luck good.
Before the fight begins, the boxers invoke the spirit world to protect them in the ring. Amulets with talismans of the Buddha image and lucky herbs are tied around the biceps. A garland of orchids is placed around the neck, and a stiff band around the head.
มงคลเนี่ยหรือผ้าบัดเจียดเนี่ยมันเกี่ยวกับไสยศาสตร์ก่อนที่จะออกรบเป็นนักรบของโบราณเนี่ยก่อนที่จะออกรบเนี่ยเขาจะมีพระหรือเมื่ออาจารย์เนี่ยลงคาถาอาคมอันนี้มงคลกับผ้าที่หัวนี่เขาก็นึกว่าไปออกรบจะได้แคล้วคลาดต่อการต่อสู้แต่ทีนี้สมัยผ้าบัดเจียดนี่เอาไว้เนี่ยบางทีมีพระอยู่หรือมีคาถาหรือมีผ้ายันผูกไว้กันเหนียวตั้งแตกหัวแตกหน้าเนี่ยพวกนี้มันทำให้แคล้วคลาดได้สำหรับมงคลเนี่ยถ้าเป็นสมัยนี้เขาจะต้องเอาออกไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวก็จะหลุดหมดสมัยก่อนนี้เขาไม่หลุดเอาไม่นั่นผูกไว้แน่นเลยสมัยนี้เขาเปลี่ยนแปลงกันมา
An ensemble of Thai oboe, cymbals and drums accompanies the fight, rising and falling with the boxer's blows. After offering prayers in each corner of the ring, the boxer performs the Wai Kru in honor of his teacher and dances the Ram Moi. The Ram Moi is a good way to warm up, but it's also a message to the gods, an effort to draw the powers of earth, fire, water, and air into the boxer's body.
ทีนี้เกิดอีกปีหนึ่งผมลืมจุดธูปบอกว่าขอสมาลาโทษเวทีผมเอานักมวยต่อยของผมมาต่อยคืนแรกแล้วคู่แรกลืมบอกนะคือเรานึกว่าไม่เป็นไรนะปีเดียวนะข้ามไปลืมอ่ะปีแรกลูกน้องผมต่อยเอาไปวันแรกก็ตายคนแรกแล้วลูกน้องผมตายเลย
ตายเพราะอะไรฮะ
ตายเพราะคิดว่ามันจะเป็นอาถรรพ์ของเวทีเป็นตายเลยนะตายคนแรกต่อยคนแรกก็ตายแล้วคืนแรกตายเลยเนี่ยมันก็เป็นอาถรรพ์
The Muay-Thai of today is a distant relative of the original, diluted for a softer palate, but it can still shock the spectator with its violence.
There have been ring deaths, but so have there been in international boxing. There have been years where as many as 6 have been killed in the ring, but there have also been years where none have been killed. The economic factor is all important. Nobody wants to get hurt and beaten up badly for nothing. So there has to be an incentive, and that incentive is financial. If a young man or a young boy that works in the rice field or tends his buffalo, he doesn't know much about what's happening beyond his village. But he knows about Thai boxing, because that is just part of it, even in the village. So, if the crop is not so good, this is how can we add to the income? Well, fighting helps.
A top champion can make £60,000 a year, almost 50 times the average income in Thailand. That can sound good to the estimated million or more 6 to 14-year-olds who work on farms and in the city. Oran lives in a small village called Nong Khai in the northeast region of Thailand, the poorest region of the country. He trains at a local camp which has had the distinction of turning out several Muay Thai champions. The boxing camp is run by Pramot, who's also the teacher at the local school. The camp's also somewhat of a home for stray kids. Oran is one of those strays.
Oran like to come to see in my camp, to watch in my camp when another boxer train. He stand at the front, and then I ask him, if you want to be the boxer? He said yes. So then you must take your mother and your father to come to me.
It soon became apparent that the boy's home life was not a happy one. A blow to the head as a very young child has left him with serious hearing problems. He misses most of what is taught in school. Pramod took Oran into his camp.
If he live with his family, maybe he not got happiness. So I told Serm to take him to his home. And Serm love Olan.
Soom is one of the trainers at the camp. He volunteered to look after Oran and to bring him up in his home. This arrangement seemed to suit everybody all round, especially Oran, who was in the process of training for his first public exhibition fight in the village. Oran is lucky. He belongs to a reputable camp. His teacher, Pramod, and his surrogate father, Soom, will instill in him a sense of dedication and respect. If Oran trains hard, he will be able to make a good living, for a while at least. Others are not so lucky. Many Thais in the poor rural areas, the drift to the city in search of work is inevitable. Bar fights are one way to make money. Bars like this can be found in night spots all over Thailand. This one is at Pattaya, just south of Bangkok. Once Thailand's premier tourist resort, it's known now for its questionable nightlife and as a hotspot for American sailors on leave. Pattaya has something the Thais are very proud of. Sit Yot Thong, one of the most famous boxing camps in Thailand.
The boys here, most of them live in a big dormitory which is situated above the camp. There's about 15 boys training at the moment that fluctuates all the time.
Sen Leum is 14 years old. He's been training and living at this camp since he was 12. He's intelligent and talented.
ตื่นมา6 โมงเช้า แล้วก็ล้างหน้าแปรงฟันตื่นมา6 โมงเช้าแล้วล้างหน้าแปรงฟันแล้วก็แต่งตัวออกไปวิ่งถามเขาดูก่อนได้ไม่ได้ซ้อมเลิกเสร็จก็4 โมงเช้าประมาณ4 โมงเช้าซ้อมเสร็จเล่นกายบริหารก็กินข้าวประมาณ4 โมงครึ่งกินข้าว4 โมงครึ่งแล้วอาบน้ำนอนหลังจากนอนแล้ว2 โมงครึ่งก็ตื่นออกมาวิ่งอีกทีวิ่ง4 กิโลแล้วกลับมาโดดเชือกครับกลับมาโดดเชือกแล้วก็ซ้อมเตะเป้าเล่นกระสอบเล่นกายบริหารเล่นกล้ามท้องทุกท้องครับอาบน้ำแล้วลงมาทานข้าวครับทานข้าวประมาณ6 โมงแล้วทานข้าวเสร็จก็มานั่งดูทีวีครับดูทีวีจนถึง4 ทุ่มแล้วเข้านอนเหมือนเดิมแล้วตื่นมา6 โมงเช้าก็วิ่งเหมือนเดิม
By Western standards, it's a bit rough, but if the Westerns come here, they might be surprised to see about 15 boys living in the one dormitory. But for Thailand, for the Thai boxing camps, it's quite good standard.
เกาะเหรอต่อยล็อกเพิ่งเกาะไม่ต่อยนี่เป็นรังป่านร่วงแล้วล่ะนิสัยดีห้ามนักมวยสอนในหลักที่ถูกไม่ให้เสียคนถึงเวลาซ้อมก็ซ้อม
นักมวยไทยเนี่ยมันเป็น3 อย่าง1ออกกำลังกายเป็นศิลปะเป็นวิชาชีพได้คือเด็กถ้าชอบเราก็หัดเป็นศิลปะได้ออกกำลังกายได้ถ้าชอบเป็นอาชีพเราก็หัดให้เป็นอาชีพได้คือมันได้3อย่างนักมวยไทยเนี่ยมันเป็น3 อย่าง1ออกกำลังกายเป็นศิลปะเป็นวิชาชีพได้คือเด็กถ้าชอบเราก็หัดเป็นศิลปะได้ออกกำลังกายได้ถ้าชอบเป็นอาชีพเราก็หัดให้เป็นอาชีพได้คือมันได้3อย่างก็เวลาเด็กนี่มาอยู่กับผมมากเท่าไหร่ผมก็ชอบเท่านั้นคือว่าผมเป็นคนรักเด็กคือว่าเด็กๆเนี่ยเราลำบากมาแต่เราได้มวยเราหัดมวยเนี่ยถ้าเกิดผมไม่มีมวยเนี่ยผมก็คิดว่าผมก็ต้องเป็นเด็กเกเรซึ่งขณะนี้ผมเนี่ยเหล้าไม่กินบุหรี่ไม่สูบกาแฟโอเลี้ยงลิโพแล้วผมได้มวยเนี่ยทำให้เราเนี่ยมีใจจิตใจเป็นนักกีฬาพอตัวเลยทำให้เราเนี่ยรักเด็กด้วยอยากให้เด็กอดอยากมากินอยู่นอนอยู่กับเราเจ็บป่วยเนี่ยเรารักษาให้ได้เราก็สบายใจ
เพราะที่ค่ายนี้ไม่แพ้ลงมาไม่มีการตบตีนักมวยค่ายนี้ดังที่สุดในประเทศไทย
ให้อย่าให้หลุดให้มันลงขวางอย่างนี้นะปั๊บให้ลงเฉียงลงอันนี้ดีแล้วเอาลองดูดิจับเก้งปัดหางเก้งปัดหางปั๊บนั่นแหละ
Sen Leum is training even harder than usual now. He's working up to a fight at the local stadium. His fight is only one of many this night. The youngest boys, 8 and 9 years old, fight first. As the night progresses, The older and more experienced fighters demonstrate their expertise. Sen waits nervously for his call. The warriors' dance, the Ram Moi, begins. The fight goes the full 5 rounds, and there's no knockout. Sen wins on points. There are no cheers, no applause for the winner, just a modest purse, but he's happy. If he keeps on winning in the provinces, he'll make the big time. And Bangkok. With a population of over 6 million and growing, Bangkok is a city of crowded streets and endless traffic jams. Yet it remains a fascination for any visitor. For the Muay Thai fighter, it can mean fame and fortune. And Lumpini Stadium, a mecca. Night after night, crowds of up to 15,000 come to witness the Muay Thai spectacle and to place bets.
Muay Thai being so widely practiced and having such a huge following, betting is a very major part of it. It draws the crowds.
Only the very best make it to Lumpini. One of them is a 19-year-old boxer named Nakabuem. With his winning smile, movie star good looks, and an easy manner, he's a natural with the media and sports fans. He too comes from the village of Nong Khai.
When the children saw Nam Kabuan, he said, "Hey, Nam Kabuan!" And I think he is the hero for everyone here.
It is hard to be champion. In my camp, in the morning they must get trained about 4 hours, and in the afternoon about 4 hours. So all day he will be get trained about 8 hours.
While Nam Kabuem gears up for his next championship fight at Lumpini, the day of young Oran's big fight has dawned. The first call of the day is to the temple for a blessing.
The monks become involved in many of the lay activities simply because they work closely with the community. They are living humans, they are men, and they understand the needs, the thoughts of fellow men. And when it comes to the subject of Muay Thai, they also follow the sport. And they participate in it, not in the sense of actually fighting in Muay Thai.
The exhibition fight has been organized by a local promoter from a neighboring village. If he wins, Oran will earn his first prize money, and a win will honor his teacher Pramod and his trainer Soon.
Doesn't really matter if we pick up the people or not.
Speuren ze naar drugssmokkelaars.
It's the dope that matters, you know. There's more people who walked on the moon than actually lay where I am at this very moment.
En uit Engeland komen ze naar Midden-Amerika voor het avontuur. Ontdek iets. Ontdek iets nieuws. Ontdek iets out there. Elke maandag om 10 uur. Het avontuur begint hier met Toyota.
Oorlog, het geweld en de ontzetting. De mens en de techniek. De misdaden en de slachtoffers. Time Life presenteert u nu een unieke videoserie. Van de beide wereldoorlogen tot de crisis in de Golf biedt deze kroniek u grotendeels nooit eerder vertoonde opnames. In documentaires van een hoge historische waarde krijgt u een authentiek beeld van deze eeuw vol oorlog. Bel nu en bestel De Luchtoorlog voor maar €25,95. Ontdek de waarheid over de strijd in de lucht die in de Tweede Wereldoorlog dood en verderf zaaide onder miljoenen mensen en veel steden in de as legde. Zorg dat u in het bezit komt van deze eenmalige kroniek van 100 jaar oorlogsgeschiedenis. Bel 0900 100 7100 en bestel De Luchtoorlog voor de kennismakingsprijs van maar €25,95. Bestel nu en ontdek het ware gezicht van de oorlog.
Per opblaasboot naar zijn werk. Hij heeft altijd dienst. Soms komen zijn klanten niet opdagen. En soms kunnen ze hem wel opvreten. Dit is Brady Barr.
Een wirwar van kaken, tanden en klauwen.
Bioloog, avonturier. En krokodillendokter.
Hebbes!
Hij is gek op zijn werk. En geen wonder. Hij werkt namelijk...
The fight is fast and furious and exhausting, not least of all for the referee, whose reflexes need to be lightning fast to prevent any foul kicks when one of the boys goes down. When not under pressure from his opponent, Oran is under pressure from his trainer. The bell rings, and the fight is Oran's. Friendly punters share their winnings with the champ. Many martial experts consider Muay Thai the ultimate in hand-to-hand combat. The Thais claim that Muay Thai is the king of all martial arts, but this claim has not gone unchallenged.
There was a Hong Kong team of Kung Fu fighters, and each and every one lost in the first round. And they went back screaming for brutal and what you cannot, that's not a sport. And they came back about 2 years ago for a revenge match. And the same thing happened. 10 seconds, 15 seconds, knockouts. And they just couldn't understand why. They all lose, and they are not losing because they are worse technicians or they are bad fighters or their technique is worthless. No, it's not the reason at all. They lose because they have no battering experience. They have never been smashed from one corner to the other. They have never been kicked in the face in their life before. While the Thais have taken punishment right from the first day, from the word go, when they train. And that punishment, the foreigners are not used to. That's why many of them lose in the first round. You see. They can't take the hammering. There are much more sophisticated techniques than Muay Thai, but they are all games. They are not fights.
At Lumpini Stadium, they're getting ready for the big fight. Nam Kha Buem is defending his title. Namkar is in peak condition, at the height of his physical powers. But he has a weakness. His facial skin is delicate. It breaks too easily. Blows to the face must be avoided. The fight begins. A sharp jab with the elbow. It connects with Namkar right eye. It cuts like a razor, leaving a fine but deep incision. The challenger cannot hide his satisfaction. The referee stops the fight. The doctor makes a quick diagnosis. The fight can continue. Now Namkar is bleeding badly. His opponent has been successful in opening the wound. Sweat and blood run down his face and sting his eyes. The crowd is going crazy. The odds now favor Namkar opponent. His corner desperately tries to stem the bleeding. By the final round, the fighters are exhausted. A tense moment until the scorecards are read. The crowd roars. Namkar is still the champ. After the fight, and the photographs, and the interviews, Namkar will go to the hospital and have his face stitched. Not for the first time, and certainly not for the last. He's 19, and will fight for another 5 years, maybe. There are hundreds of thousands of Thai boxers in Thailand. Only a few will make it to the top.